Today we are going to talk about Stemscopes science and the 5E model. So the first thing we're going to do is get to Stemscopes. So you're going to go to Class Link, you're going to scroll down to the bottom, you're going to click Textbooks. Here you're going to click Stemscopes Teacher, and it will log you in. Once you are here, it will open up a page that looks like this. When you log in, you will see all of the different virtual learning options. You will see upcoming lessons if you are using them, if you're using the planner, which we'll talk about in a minute. You will see your teacher sections, and then any kind of activity that is happening with your students. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to come over to Scopes. You're going to be using this a lot. So with Scopes, there's a couple of things you will see. You're going to start off with all the virtual learning options. These are for math, so since we're wanting to talk about science, we're going to go ahead and come down and click Curriculum area, and we're actually going to click Science. When it does that, it will actually load all of the science content. So here you are able to see the virtual learning piece for science. It is broken into K through 2nd, 3rd through 5th, and then middle school. So if we wanted to explore this option, we could look at it. So if we go to Virtual Learning K through 2nd and click on it, it is going to load the page. Maybe, there it goes. It's going to give you an overview of what is included in the virtual learning sections, and then it is broken down by the different types of sciences. So we have physical science, life science, and earth and space science. So if I go to physical science, I could first look at magnets. From here, you are able to see different activities that they have designated for virtual learning. Here, students are able to watch a video, and then they are actually able to do different activities that goes with that video. What's nice about all of the virtual learning options is that they actually go with the scopes that are built into Stemscopes outside of the virtual learning options. So if you wanted your students to work on this virtual learning activity over magnets, you could assign it to them. So you would go over to the right hand side, you would click on Assign to Students. When you are here, you will notice that this is what you were just assigned. So it's the virtual learning for K through 2nd. You're able to decide which sections of your students you want to have this. So if you have multiple sections, you can pick multiple sections out at the same time. You can assign it to the sections, or you could also just assign it to individual students if you needed to. You're going to select a start date. It'll ask you to select the time you want it to go live, the due date, again the day and the time you want it to go live. You can decide if you would like late submissions. If you do want late submissions, what is the absolute last day you want it to be visible to students? And then you're able to have them start and stop, or immediately release the assignments to the students. This button means after they've graded it, if it's all multiple choice, they automatically are able to see their results. Here you're able to give in a label, so you could just say that this is independent practice. And then if you wanted to add any notes, you would be able to do that from here. Well, after you've done all of these different options, you're going to say add this assignment, and then the next time students log in, they are going to see that assignment if the start date is happening soon. So that's how you assign things within Stemscopes. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to Scopes. Again, since we were talking about science, I'm going to choose Science. I'm going to choose what grade I want. We are going to want to use this Texas standards that are streamlined. These go with all of the new streamlined TEKS from a couple of years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and click 2nd grade because it's kind of in the middle. You will notice that in the top right hand corner of each scope, it is going to say streamlined, so you know you're looking at the correct TEKS. And then you will notice that each scope is broken down by TEK. Now some of them are going to be individual TEKs, just like this 2.5a classifying matter one is, and other ones will be grouped together. So for this TEK right here, it's covering 2.5c and also 2.5d, and they're both over physical changes. So let's go ahead and click this TEK. Here you get to the landing page, and the first thing that you will see are the essentials. So the essentials are listed here, so it's an overview of what the scope is about, the student expectations that are going to be covered, the key concepts that are going to be covered in the scope, and then fundamental questions. When you're thinking about lesson planning, this is a really important place to look because it could be some of those higher level questions that you're wanting to ask your students. So if we go back up to the top, you're going to see that Stemscopes is broken into the 5E model. So the 5E model consists of engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and then evaluate. It is important to note that whenever you are doing 5E, that you actually go in that order. So you're going to always start at engage, go through all 5, and then you would end at evaluate. Based on how your students do after they've done evaluate, will determine if they would need intervention. If they didn't do as well as you intended them to do, you're able to look at these activities. And then if you would like to continue to challenge them and extend their learning even more, you can look at the acceleration feature and you can give them extra opportunities to continue to extend their learning. So let's go ahead and look at each individual component. So whenever you get to engage, it's always going to have the engage teacher instructions. So if there's an activity, it'll give the instructions. And then there's also starters. These are just quick ideas to get students thinking about whatever the topic is that you're choosing to talk about. So let's go ahead and look at the teacher engage instructions. So if I click it, it's going to bring me to this page. And sometimes there will actually be an activity. If there's an activity that goes with it that has printed materials over here on the right hand side, it would show you what those materials are so you're able to print them. So for this engage activity, students are going to be folding, cutting, and or coloring to create paper airplanes. So there are no printed instructions for this one, it's just on the computer. It lists all the materials that you're going to need and the preparation that you're going to have to do. And then if you're having a little bit of trouble understanding what is expected, they always have this STEM Coach in Action piece. This helps you just to understand a little bit more, so you can always click visit the site and it will give you in-depth instructions. Underneath that are the procedures and the facilitation. What's really nice in here is a lot of the questions are embedded, so it's really nice to be able to look at it for questioning as well. So for this one, there is a slideshow. So if you go ahead and click the slideshow, it's going to open it up. And so for this one, it was just a single slide. So what changes are about to happen, but you could pose that question to your students and they have that visual support as well. And then if you wanted to print it out, you could also do the print version. So if you just click it, it's going to take you to that activity where you could print it out for the students. So let's go ahead and look at the next part. So the next part is Explore. In all of the Explore options, there is going to be a setup video. This is going to help you with setting up the materials if you needed it. And then you also have the Explore Teacher Guide. So if I click the Teacher Guide, again, it's going to tell me the description, the materials that I need, what preparation is involved. Again, it's going to have the procedure and the facilitation. Again, there's going to be questions built in. Again, here's that Stemscopes in action, and then it has the answer key. It also is really nice because it has all the ELP strategies built in, so if you have English language learners, you are able to build these in to help them with their English language proficiency standards. What's also really nice about each part of Stemscopes is here on the right-hand side, you have all of the print files, and they are available in English and Spanish. If you wanted to click the student guide, it's going to open it up as a PDF, so you're able to print it or you're able to publish it to Google Classroom. It also has these editable Google files, again in English and in Spanish. So if I click on this one, it's going to open it with Google Slides. It's going to ask me to make a copy, so I'm going to say make a copy. And while it loads, it's going to actually open it in a Google Slide. Here it's really nice because they have all the formatting already built in, so you're able to have the students type or draw, whatever is needed, but a lot of the activities already have the formatting built in, so that's really nice. So you're able just to upload this to Google Classroom so your students are able to work on it. After you've gone through the Explore, you're going to go ahead and move to Explain. There are spots for question prompts, so there's going to be different question prompts that you're able to look at. You are going to have the picture vocabulary. Again, it's available in English and in Spanish. So since this has the blue S beside it, it means that it is available to be assigned to students. So I could click this and assign it to my students, and they would be able to see it going through the same process that we did with the other activity. For the picture vocabulary, it's going to give them the word, it's going to give them a picture, and it's going to give them the definition. And again, you are able to assign this to your students. Underneath that, there's going to be some other activities. The Science Rock is going to be a song that goes with this. And then this Stemscopes is just going to be information. So there's lots of really great things that are involved in this. When you get to the Elaborate, you're going to see the next step inquiry, different extension ideas. It's really nice because they have reading activities that are built in. The A, B, and C denote which level it's going to be at. Same thing for math connections. So you can have math connections A, B, or C. So A is going to be a little bit easier, B is going to be just about right, and then C is going to be a little bit harder. There are engineering connections, books on topics, science today, and then if you're getting ready to review for that evaluate stage, then you're going to have the concept review game. If you go up to the top, you then have your evaluate. So the evaluate's nice because there are many different ways to evaluate your students. It's not going to always just be multiple choice. So you have your claims, evidence, reasoning. Whenever you open it up, again, you're going to have your print files or your editable Google slide. So when you open it, you can see what it looks like. It gives them a scenario, and then they have to actually think through that scenario. You also have the option for open-ended response, a post-assessment, which is just going to be your multiple choice questions. You have your writing in science, so they're able to do that, and then your concept builder. Remember, again, since they are all in blue, that means they can be assigned to the students and they can work on them digitally. After they've done their evaluate, if you see that they are needing intervention, you're able to click the intervention tab. Here you're able to see the different things that they can work on. So if they needed some guided practice, you could work on that tab. Again, same setup. It has the description, the materials, the procedure, the guiding questions, and then all of the print files that go with it. And then finally, you have your acceleration tab. If you have students who were really excited about physical changes and they wanted to continue learning more, here are some other activities that they could do to extend their learning. So, if I go back to Scopes, the other thing that I would like to point out very quickly is the teacher toolbox and the visual glossary. So the teacher toolbox is very helpful because it breaks everything down a little bit further. So if I go to elementary, here you're able to see different resources, different interventions, the different literacy components, the process skills, and different interactive ideas that you are able to use. So there's a lot of information within the teacher toolbox, and I highly recommend that you check it out. The other one that we were going to look at very quickly is the visual glossary. Again, if you click this, it's going to be that picture vocabulary again, but it's going to actually show you the visual. So this one's at rest. So if I click it, it's going to just be that picture dictionary again, but it will talk, and you'll be able to hear it. So if I go back one more time, and just for time's sake, if I click this, and I'm in the students section, up here are different tools for students to use. and we can explore those options some more as well.